Hey guys, this is Erotic and I'm going to be showing you a short tutorial about how to use HTML forms and how to process them with PHP. First thing I want to tell you is that I'm using Exam, and that pretty much it's Apache on Windows, so I can run everything locally instead of uploading it to a web server. It's pretty nice if you want to develop your content before you upload it to your website. You can test for errors, bugs, etc. Right. Then this is my Notepad++ window, tutorial1.php. And this is my Google Chrome window where I'll be displaying everything. Both are blank, so of course both blank pages. And I'm going to assume that you have the basics of the understandings of PHP and HTML. And if you don't, I suggest reading up on some quick tutorials. Just catch up on what you need to know for this. W3 Schools, PHP.net, all great resources for beginners. Alright, so I'm just going to jump straight into it. First thing we want is the basic PHP tags. Pretty simple and standard. If you don't know what they do, then you definitely should not be in this tutorial. Next, I'm going to come down here and make an HTML form. And if you don't know the basic structure of HTML and how to use it and how to make it, then you should definitely check out W3 Schools, and they have a lot of great references on how to make HTML pages for beginners. I wouldn't suggest it for a professional HTML learning service because it's great for references but not the best for teaching professionally. Alright. I'm just gonna add a title for the page here, tutorial 1. That's the end of our head tag. A body tag. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to have it display a variable by adding a small PHP script in, echo results. As you can see up here, results isn't defined yet, so you might be wondering why I'm putting it here. Well, results will be the variable that holds our results of the form submission. So right now it's of course empty and undefined, so it'll probably get an error once I try to run the page. But you'll see, watch, I'll show you. See, notice undefined variable results and see exam htdocs tutorial1.php in line 10, because that's undefined. Now if I come up here and I set results equals to test and refresh, notice that it displays test. Alright, that's exactly what we wanted, so let's move on. Next I'm going to add an HR tag to divide our results between our form. I'm going to make a simple HTML form. It's the complete basics. It probably won't look the best, but I'm not making it trying to look aesthetically pleasing. I'm just trying to show you the PHP. Alright, so a simple HTML form. Form action equals, then I'll just copy this here. Be quick. I hope that's how exam handles it. Then method, I'm going to use post. That way, if you use post, it just sends the data to the server and it's not showing the URL. But if you use the get method, then it'll show you all the results in the URL, like PHP user ID equals 17, 15. That's like the get method. I'm not going to use that, and I don't suggest you to use that, especially for sensitive data. Alright, then the simple form type equals text name equals first. Then close it. I'm just going to duplicate it, change the name to second. Then I need a submit button so we can actually submit our form here. Submit name equals submit. Value, I'll just have it say submit. Alright. Close the form and let's see how the page looks. Alright, pretty simple, nothing fancy. If you notice, you can type in all this, click submit, oh, nothing happens. Oh wait, it adds some extra tutorials on there, so I probably should just take that out. Let's try that again real quick. Yeah, see, it just submits itself and it doesn't handle it in any way, so of course it's not going to do anything. That's where the PHP finally comes in. So let's get working on this. First, the way that I personally like to check just for a basic form, if it's not handling a MySQL at all or anything like that, is just to check if it is set. Is set is a built-in PHP function. Can check if a variable is set or if it's defined. Now, is set post. The post is an array with all your post data, and I want to check if the name submit is set. That means if the button was clicked. And if it was, excellent, we can continue with our processing. And if not, let's change results to, let's make it fancy, EM, that's emphasis, it's an italics tag. No form submitted. Alright, let's see if it worked how we wanted it to do. Results should change if post is not set. I don't want to send. No form submitted. No form submitted. Alright. Now let's change it up here. Let's see if it is submitted. Results equals. Let's just copy this just to be quick. Form submitted. Now it doesn't matter if you put in data in either of these boxes, the form was submitted. Simple. Alright, now let's actually make the results meaningful. We don't really care. I mean, if we just check if the form submitted but don't do anything with these two text boxes, that's sort of useless. So let's add some functionality. Alright. Let's have, say, let's start off with results equals strong. Whoops, I forgot a quote. Let's say first text box contents. And if you don't know how to concatenate strings and variables in PHP, then again, you should probably check out some tutorials before you look into using this one, since you'll want the basic understanding of how things work before you read this, or watch it rather. Then let's just display what our first text box. So we type in again, $_post, bracket, small quote, small quote. I like to just finish them up, then type what's inside so I don't forget any marks. Then first. So pretty much what this will do, it'll say the contents of the first text box, which is post, the first. Then let's duplicate that page, add a line, add a dot here. This will pretty much add on to results. So we need to add a line break and have this one say second text box. And voila. What this should do is should say on one line first text box contents, and it'll display what you typed in here. Second text box contents, it'll display what you typed in here. And if you don't type anything, or if you don't submit the form, it'll say no form submitted. Let's try it out. Hello world. World. First text box contents, hello. Second text box contents, world. So I hope you understand that the important thing here is this. I'll bring it down here, show you this. This is pretty much just your post data for first. First is here, so just pretty much have to know. And if you're using get, like the URL, you'd use get instead of post. It's pretty standard. Now let's try submitting it with one box empty. Just shows up empty, no problems. So that's pretty much it for now. So I'll probably make a few more tutorials in the future. I hope you enjoyed this one. It is really simple, just basic form handling. If you have any suggestions, then feel free to send me a message or leave a comment. And thanks for watching, guys.